Well, it's back down the rabbit hole, isn't it?
Before we start, we need to make an important announcement. Chuck Norris has passed away at the age of 86. He's not really dead. He's essentially told the Grim Reaper, I'm here, what's up? And he lets him pass.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace to a
Farewell
legend.
to the OG Walker.
He wasn't just an OG Walker. He was a goddamn legend. Legendary martial artist trained by Benny the Jet. He has quite a repertoire.
Too bad the only martial art he mastered was the one he created.
Yeah. What can you do?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's start.
We're back down the rabbit hole for Dramatic Dream Team Pro's Judgement 2026, their 29th anniversary event coming to you from Corkin Hall on Wrestle Universe live this Sunday. We kick it off with a pre-show Tokyo Joshi 6-woman tag match. Himawari versus Haru, Kazushiro, Chika Nanase, teaming with Haru, Kazushiro, and Chika Nanase to take on Toga, Ren Konatsu, and Shinon Kanzaki.
It's just the pre-show, one of the two. I'm just going to take my vote and vote on Toga's team.
I'll take Team Himawari.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. Now we move on to the second pre-show. A one-on-one match. Yuni versus Hinata Kasai.
I'll say Yuni.
I'll say Hinata. Now let's get to the main focus.
First up, Rukiya versus Jun Akiyama. I have not seen much of Rukiya's work, but he is okay, I guess. Akiyama, on the other hand, fucking legend. You do not mess with the unsung fifth pillar of all Japan.
Yeah, my vote's going to be on Jun.
I also take Akiyama.
Good decision. Next up, a three-way tag team match. Damnation TA consisting of MJ Paul and Ilusion versus Makoto Ilusion versus Makoto Oishi and Masami Inahata versus Viento, Maligino, and Kumadori.
That means violent wind in Spanish, right?
Yeah, violent wind.
Okay. Six men, three that don't have their own profile on Wikipedia, and
I don't know why.
Or two of them, I should say, and four of them that do. Let me see here. Okay, he's okay. Apparently
what?
Viento was a former holder of KOD's DDT's 8-man tag titles. Yes, they had fucking 8-man tag belts.
That's crazy.
They also have 10-man tag titles in DDT.
This is so dumb.
Tell me about it. I mean, a promotion with 6-man titles, I can live with. But 10, out of the question.
10, just no.
I'm going to give this to Damnation TA.
I'll also give it Damnation TA, so, because why not?
Now, while the Wikipedia page may say Strange Love Connection, that's not this team. That's a mistype. It's actually the Apex, Yuki Iino and Yukio Naya, taking on AEW's Evil Uno and DDT's own Akito.
Wow.
As the real Strange Love Connection is, I believe, Mao and who was it?
Yeah.
Strange Love. Hold on a sec. Strange Love Connection was Canon and Mao, not Yuki Iino and Yukio Naya. As I mentioned, that team is known as the Apex. Having said that, Evil Uno is no stranger to working in DDT from his indie days before he signed the big contract. But then again, he's been pretty MIA for not. Him and the Dark Order have been pretty MIA in AEW due to how badly Tony misused them after Mr. Brody's death.
Wow, that's just sad.
No wonder Junior is spending most of his time in Game Changer. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm giving this to the to the Apex.
That's a good decision. I'll probably also pick the Apex. Next up, one-on-one match. Mao versus Shunma Katsumata.
If Katsumata wins this, he could get himself a KOD tag title shot, but oh wait, he'll have to wait for the winner of will come up a little later.
Yeah.
As this battle is something I'm not going to be willing to stomach all that. That could be interesting.
When we get to that, we get to that.
Yeah. But this matchup between Katsumata and Mao, I mean, I would love to see Mao in the best of Super Juniors again this year, but under the condition he keeps his head figuratively and literally at Taguchi's ass.
I have to agree with you. I'm picking Shunma.
I'll take Mao.
Now we move on to the titles. It is your turn, by the way.
Oh, right. For the KOD 6-man tag titles, Pale Youth, consisting of Takeshi Masada, Yuya Koroku, and Daichi Saito, take on Harimao. And for those wondering, I looked this up. It isn't Japanese. It's a Malay name. It's a Malay term meaning tiger.
I see.
Consisting of Naomi Yoshimura, Ryota Nakatsu, and Yuki Ishida.
Yeah.
This should be a fun matchup. I mean, Masada and Koroku I am familiar with. Let me see what defense this is for the champs. Excuse me a sec.
Take your time.
Oh, universe. Let's see. Here we go. Nope. There it is. What defense is this for the champs? This is there. Nope. First defense. Okay. As for who wins, I mean, given that out of all the belts in DDT, these are the ones that bounce around the most like hot potatoes. I want some consistency, damn it. I'm giving this to Pale Youth.
You're going to give it to Harimao?
No, Pale Youth.
Yeah, I'll also give it to Pale Youth. There needs to be some consistency for a change.
Remind me to slam my head against a wall. It's your turn with this one.
A 6-on-1 handicap match for the Iron Heavy Metalweight Championship. Are you kidding me? Who comes up with this stuff?
I've always said this belt is the fucking poison chalice. The announcer participants.
Anyway, the champion Hisaya Imabayashi will face off against 6 opponents. Minoru Suzuki, Sanshiro Takagi, Toru Owashi, Danshoku Dino, Super Sasarango Machine, and Antonio Honda. This is just stupid. A stupid match with a stupid gimmick.
Nanase, DDT, Nanase! Why?
All right, I'll just let you rant while I eat.
I do not understand. I mean, look, I get this belt is the GOAT of the 24/7 joke titles. Fine. The fact that this thing has 1,810 different champions since its inception in 1997.
Who the hell thought it was a good idea? At least when WWE retired the hardcore title in around 2002, they didn't let it overstay its welcome. I mean, seriously.
And the fact that this belt is open to anyone, regardless of gender, mobility, and employment status in DDT.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Origin of this belt, it was created in 2000 by Poison Sawada Black when he created the title and awarded it to himself as a parody of the hardcore title, which also had a 24/7 rule, often defended in a 10-minute battle royale, with the current holder not being allowed to leave the match until the end of the time limit. Now, and much like the hardcore title, it could change hands not only as the result of the match, despite the name on the specific Iron Man matches. And within minutes, he dropped it to Mitsunobu Kikuzawa.
Just
He had to look at the belt and then use it to hit Sawada with it. Oh, God.
I don't have the right words.
And then, of course, the most recent time an inanimate object won this title, it was in 2023 at Ultimate Party when Hiromu Takahashi, who went in as champion, faced Kazuki Hirata, beat Hirata, only to have the IWGP Junior title put on his chest, and the ref aware of the rules counted 1, 2, 3, and award the IWGP Junior title, the heavy metal title, and Hirata pinned the Junior title.
Stupid.
Of course it's fucking stupid.
Who are we going to pick for this? Can we just make our pick and move on?
Okay. If I had to pick, I'll give it to Super Sasendago.
I'm picking Antonio Honda. I really don't care. Let us move on already because this gimmick is just so stupid. They should have at least retired it when they did. Yeesh.
Especially with how many inanimate objects have won that belt.
Yeah. That's when you know someone fucked up.
Anyway, next up, number one content, a tag match determine who gets the next KOD tag title shot. It's Phantomas Dramatic, Chris Brooks and Harashima against Shinya Aoki and Junta Miyawaki.
Yeah, that one's going to be a little interesting.
I'm going to give this to Brooks and Harashima.
I'm also going to give it to the Fantome Dramatica. Now let's move on to something a bit extreme. For the DDT Extreme title, Toyi, the champion, versus Hideki Okatani.
This is Toei's 8th defense, and we don't know what the rules will be until the match.
That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, especially after the last match we had to do with this belt, where we both went off on it being a blindfold match.
Blindfold matches are dumb.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a casket match for this title.
That would have been funnier.
Matchup. I'm going to give this between the two. I think it's time we get this belt off Toei. I'm giving it to Okatani.
As am I. Because I don't even know what's going to happen now. Now let's move on to the next one. Your turn.
For the DDT Universal Championship, Daisuke Sasaki takes on Kazuma Sumi. Daisuke got this belt off Yuki Ueno roughly a month or so ago, mostly to alleviate the burden off of Ueno. I mean, Ueno was at the end of 2025, Ueno was a co-holder of the KOD 6-man titles. He was a holder of the KOD Openweight and the KOD and the DDT Universals.
Yeah.
Which, as you know, that level of burden can become bothersome to somebody. Even when you're having to bounce that much on the card or skip title defenses because you have another title match on the card that you have to commit to. Sasaki is one of the better serious wrestlers in DDT, despite being part of Damnation, Totally Addicted.
Yeah.
And he can get very extreme when he wants to. And in that case, I'm going to give it to Sasaki.
I'll have Sasaki retain. And now we reach the semi-main event. This is a one-on-one match. Konosuke Takeshita versus Kazuki Hirata with John Robinson in his corner.
For those not familiar with John Robinson, he's an Irish-born disc jockey responsible for Hirata's opening entrance theme, Go Tokyo Go, or maybe it's Go Go Tokyo. That dumb little tune that Hirata comes out, dances to, and when he slips the glasses on, his shades on, it'll hit, and then everyone will start dancing until the glasses get knocked off. I mean, it's a joke mechanic, and I find it kind of funny, but sometimes Hirata really needs to focus on the match. Having said that, I'm going to give this to Takeshita. which brings us to the main event for the KOD Openweight Championship.
I'm surprised it is a main event. I thought it would be like for the heavyweight title.
The KOD Openweight is basically DDT's heavyweight title.
Pretty much. Continue.
Anyway, the challenger, co-holder of the KOD tag titles, Kanon, challenges defending champion Yuki Ueno, who will be in, I believe, his 6th defense as champion. 2 of the best wrestlers DDT has got in the arsenal. Ueno has had to go through a lot since getting the belt back. He had to, let me see on Cage Match who his defenses have been against. Events, upcoming shows. 322. Here we go.
Looks like it's going to be Yuki Ueno versus Kanon. Oh, man, that might prove rough.
Where is it? Let's see. DDT. Here we go. Let's see. KOD Openweight. Here we go. See if the 3-time champion. Through 174 days as champion, Yuki Ueno has had to. First, he had to get the belt back from Kazuki Harada. Then he retained it that same night against Kazuma Sumi. Then he had to go get through Minoru Suzuki. He had to go through Super Sasen Dango Machine. He had to go through Takeshi Masada. And most recently, in Korakuen Hall at Mission in Battles Shishun Kenan, he had to get through both Chris Brooks and Daisuke Sasaki just to hold on to the title.
Wow.
So, yeah, 5 successful defenses. My problem with this is, with the exception of the Suzuki defense at Ultimate Party in Ryogoku, and at the end of that month, the match against Super Sasen Dango at Be Ambitious Autumn Battle, most of these battles, most of his defenses haven't gone beyond 25 minutes. But when you consider that Kanon doesn't really have anything to lose and not anything to gain, doesn't really have anything to lose by losing this match, this puts more of the pressure on Ueno. And in this regard alone, I'm going to give this to Ueno to retain the KOD Openweight. Who comes after him next? Heading to Max Bump in May? Who knows? What's your bet?
I'm just going to make my choice and basically have it on Yuki Ueno. Have him retain.
That's fine. That's it for tonight's episode of the MegaMets. Come back next week when, for the first time, we start to go down a more feminine road, as we will, for the first time ever, be predicting a Tokyo Joshi event.
This will be fun.
And in the form of their Grand Princess 2026 event from Ryogoku, which will take place on Sunday, March 29th. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. This is the MegaMets podcast. Goodbye. Good effing night. Bang.
Bang indeed. See you then.
Sure thing. What's your opinion of that video I did last night?
You did well.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Has Been Hotel, but I used it mostly for poetic license. I like the soundtrack, but I'm not a fan of the show.
Understandable.
Same with you?
Mm-hmm.
Grant, I am not as charismatic as Alistair.
I know.
See ya.
All right, later.